KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson, gold sponsor of the 2018 Micro Games in Yap. The all-new 2018 Kona by Hyundai, available at Cars Plus. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dedido. Always open, always local.
Straight ahead on your primetime news, the Guam Guard is given orders to provide security for the region's missile defense system. Plus tonight, another round of budget talks as senators work to come up with a balanced budget. And it's been a soggy one out there as the National Weather Service says we can expect more wet weather well into the island weekend. Hafa and good evening, Guam. No matter where you're watching or streaming us from, I'm Jason Salas alongside Sabrina Salas-Matanani.
We begin with new developments in the efforts to protect our island and region from ballistic missile threats. The Guam National Guard is being activated to provide security forces to the task force in charge of the THAAD.
Well, as it's more formally known, the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System is based up at Andersen Air Force Base and is designed to shoot down an approaching missile. Now, this news comes as we get close to the one-year mark when Guam received a direct threat from North Korea. Here's more on this issue. It's enhanced protection for the very system in place to keep the territory safe. Guam Guard members now being given orders from the Department of the Army.
When we found out that there was a unit that was deployed in to provide security forces for the THAAD, Major General Leon Guerrero felt that, it would be a perfect mission for the Guam Guard to...
Major Josephine Blah says talks have been ongoing in the nation's capital to get the island's troops involved. The military order came down as we are less than 2 weeks away from the one-year anniversary when North Korea threatened to attack our island. The threat then placed all eyes here as the war of words spilled out between President Trump and North Korea leader Kim Jong-un. Both leaders have settled their differences during a recent summit, promising to bring peace between the two nations. However, the mission for military readiness continues to grow.
We will be providing the security forces similar to like a military police company that will be providing the perimeter security for the system. And when you have your soldiers from the island of Guam protecting the island of Guam, it just makes so much more sense. And then the fact that we don't have to deploy them in from another location, they're not leaving their families. It was a great win-win situation for everybody.
The THAAD is an anti-ballistic missile defense system designed to shoot down short, medium, and intermediate range ballistic missiles by intercepting with a hit-to-kill approach. Guam Governor Eddie Calvo stated, quote, "The men and women of the Guam National Guard have proven themselves to be professional and capable of executing their missions. This latest mission," he says, "is to offer major savings to defense spending, and it's a plus for the island as well."
It's going to benefit our island because our soldiers will remain on island. All their benefits and allowances will remain on island. So economically, it's going to definitely benefit the island. It's going to benefit their families. And it's going to benefit Guam altogether because, here we have our local soldiers protecting their own island. So I think it's a great mission, and it's going to be... It's great for the Guam Guard, it's great for the island, it's great for the nation.
The Guam National Guard will assume responsibility for the mission in early 2019. Now, the announcement from the Guam Guard was also part of talks during tonight's congressional address, where Guam Congressional Delegate Madeline Bordallo is set to begin her speech at the bottom half of the hour.
Bordallo is expected to go over topics ranging from national security, Agent Orange, compact impact, healthcare, education, and a whole lot more. Chris Barnett is down at the Guam Congress building with a preview. Chris.
Thank you very much, Bree. Yep, we are live here at the Congress Hall in Hagåtña. As people are starting to filter in, I saw the Vice Speaker, gubernatorial candidate Frank Guggen, and former CSC Director Eloy Hara. I've seen a copy of the speech, and it's a very uniting tone as the Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo is facing what could be her toughest opponent in recent memory. In fact, people who are coming up to the Congress Hall from the Cathedral side will see 3 big Mike St. Nicholas for Congress signs parked right out on the road out there. Not too sure if that's the right move at this time, but definitely St. Nicholas is always trying to make his presence felt. But tonight should be the Congresswoman's show. I've seen the speech. She's going to touch on a wide array of subjects. It's no secret. Congress is really a house divided, so expect Congresswoman Bordallo to talk about some of the struggles she faces in what is a very partisan Congress. It's no secret that President Donald Trump has really riled up the Republicans, and it's really a lot of heads butting there in Washington, D.C. But, expect Congresswoman Berdallo to talk about compact impact funding and also more self-determination. I saw that she's also going to speak on Agent Orange and what it means for Guam. War reparations. Now, this could be Madeleine Berdallo's swan song, is the war reparations, so expect her to touch on that. And, there's a part in the speech I saw where she is going to talk on the problems facing the Guam Memorial Hospital, and that could be one of the big surprises tonight. We're really excited for this speech. It's a very pivotal speech for Congresswoman Berdallo, and I saw her earlier today. She's definitely fired up. She's got some fight in her eyes, so I look for her to bring it tonight here at the Guam Congress Hall. Back to you guys in the studio. Thank you.
All right, well done, Chris. And you can watch, too, the live stream of Congressional Address. That's set to begin at 6:30. The legislature is going to live stream that on their YouTube channel, and we'll also share that on our Facebook page so you can catch it there.
Day 4 in the battle of the budget saw senators again poring over ways to save money or bring in more cash. GovGuam is struggling to make up for a $138 million shortfall created by the Trump tax reforms, and lawmakers are looking at every option to try and inch closer to a balanced spending plan. Nestor Lecanto reports.
Thursday's session saw senators focused on big-ticket savings and tax collection. They brought in Administration Director Edward Byrne and Revenue Tax Director John Camacho to talk about the government's health insurance contract and outstanding tax receivables, respectively. Senators are seeking to reduce health insurance costs, but Byrne was limited in what he could discuss because of an ongoing protest by one of the insurance companies, Senator Frank Uggan Jr.
And it really comes down to budgetary considerations. We recognize, because of the timelines, because of the protests, that our public employees should not be held or hostage in the middle of this entire process, and you're going through entertaining an extension, and we recognize that. We're just trying to look at ways in which we can address some, either a reduction in expenditures, maintaining the same level of benefits for our public employees going into the next fiscal year.
Tax Director Camacho was next, fielding a series of questions aimed at identifying collectibles that could help bridge the budget shortfall. For example, outstanding tax receivables that were previously pegged at $190 million.
There's a lot of those receivables that needed reconciliation between our department and also Department of Administration, mainly withholding taxes. And when you start looking at the receivables that are already in place, meaning, for example, bankruptcy, litigation, and also this payment plan, and all the others that we looked at, we basically came down to about $73 million that actually we can really go out and go after.
Senators also discussed an amended bill by Appropriations Chairman Speaker Benjamin Cruz, whose first attempt to raise taxes on real property improvements was rejected. Cruz has now changed it to tax only improvements worth $1 million or more. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Senators broke for lunch but did not go back into session, although they were previously scheduled to convene for Congresswoman Berdallo's State of the Congress address.
Well, the Calvo administration, further to this issue, is arguing that it's, quote, day 15 with no solution from the legislature. The governor's office closely is monitoring the budget debate, so they say, as Director of Communications Oyel Niaigil says, though the discussion is taking time, it does look positive, noting the policymakers are finally on the same page as Adelup.
As I said, we were disappointed when Public Life 34-87 was repealed, because that did have the solution, to the issue that we were addressing. And as the governor had stated, it was like deja vu having to have this discussion all over again. But it is what it is, and the senators, made the they made the decision they made. But now, at least it looks like we're on the same page.
She also said the governor's office does agree with steps to find solutions like the hotel occupancy tax, adding that Adelup can live with $1 million in cuts as long as a responsible budget is passed and dedicated funding awarded to the Guam Memorial Hospital as well as the Department of Education.
When will the victim and her mother take the stand in the trial for Peregrine San Nicolas? Parties aren't too sure. Thursday marked day 2 of trial. Jurors today heard from a responding police officer, the parent who reported the alleged harassment to authorities, and the victim's classmate. As reported, San Nicolas is a former Bishop Bumgarner Memorial School PE teacher accused of groping his 10-year-old student's breast on more than one occasion. According to prosecutor Peter Santos, the victim and her mother, both of whom are key witnesses, are currently off island. Though they weren't subpoenaed, he said they are aware of the ongoing trial and are anticipated to travel back to Guam in time to testify on August 8th. The defense questioned if prosecutors considered the day lost during travel back to Guam. The court ultimately raised concern that the government failed to obtain a copy of their itinerary. Trial will resume on Friday afternoon.
Well, deported but busted back on Guam, she now faces up to 20 years in jail. I'm speaking about 33-year-old Saknin Weria, who entered a plea deal with the feds for illegal re-entry of removed alien. Now, if her name sounds familiar to her, she was one of many people convicted in the Blue House Lounge brothel case. Weria had been removed from Guam last year.
This convicted burglar will serve all 20 years in jail. Supreme Court justices, in a written decision issued today, affirmed the trial court sentencing handed to Norris McKinney. McKinney appealed the judgment, arguing there simply wasn't enough evidence, and later arguing the court violated his protection against double jeopardy. The case dates back to 2013.
All right, everybody, we had details on the wet weather that we've all been feeling today. How long will it persist? Stay tuned and keep streaming us, because we have the answer next.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
A simple handshake. That's all Jake Calvo needed when he started his company. Today, 80 years later, we like to say thank you to all of you who have taken our hand in trust. Thank you to the dreamers. Thank you to the realists. Thank you to the family-oriented. Thank you to the entrepreneurial. Thank you to those climbing the corporate ladder. And to the ones starting a new life together. Thank you to the traditionalists and the edgy. To the young at heart and the old souls. Thank you to the daring, to the protective, to the practical. Thank you to the hopeful. To all of you from all of us, our deepest, happiest, and infinite thanks.
80 years here for you. 80 years thanks to you. Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust.
The first encounter I had with Miss Liu was, of course, through the bank. I was going through some issues. I'll never forget these words, because she was like, Alicia, you're the reason why my dad went into business, and we are here to help you. She was just very compassionate, you know. She wore her heart on her sleeve. She comes from a big business, you would think, you know. But then she just kind of reminds me of me, like, you do what you love, and she shows that she loves what she does. So if she becomes governor, I know that she would do what she loves, and I'm sure she'll take care of us.
I thought you were calling us.
Because she gave me a chance, and so many others a chance, I want to give her a chance too. I know 100% for me and my family, and whoever I can get to follow, we are voting for her. Because of this reason.
I'm Lilian Guerrero, and I approve this message.
Win adventure in the ITNE Explore Your World Million Mile Giveaway. Every week from July 16 to November 2nd, we're giving away 60,000 United Mileage Plus miles to ITNE postpaid and prepaid subscribers. Imagine where you could go. Go on a weekend getaway to the Philippines. Enjoy fresh sushi in Japan. Itadakimasu. Sip a latte at a cafe in Paris. Or use your miles for shopping and other rewards. It's your world. Explore it.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody, and a special half day to all of our online viewers once again. Now, all of us on Guam tried to stay dry today. One of us did not. That'd be me. I got caught.
I didn't either. I was out picking up Carmen's cake and I got wet. So.
Oh, very nice. Well, it does look like there will be more of the wet stuff heading our way into the weekend, as your friends at the National Weather Service are closely monitoring a tropical disturbance located about 600 miles to the northeast of Guam. That's an important distinction, northeast. The showers did arrive earlier today and will increase throughout tonight with possible thunderstorms. Mike Middlebrook, a senior forecaster at the NWS, says it's expected to be quite the rainy weekend.
Tail attached to it, and it looks like on Saturday especially we're going to get a pretty strong surge in that monsoon wind, and it could get up to 25-30 miles an hour.
Now, if you live in flood-prone areas, you want to take caution. Also check out our Twitter feed. We put up a interesting video about flooding down in Talafofo today. Drivers are advised to slow their pace on the road to get to their destination safely.
And speaking of the flooding down in Talafofo, there's the video. If you've ever seen or ever been to Talafofo Falls, and you know it doesn't typically look like this, but recent rains have transformed the normally calm waters into a cascade of crashing waves. KUAM spoke with park officials over the phone today who said that due to the rough waters, the park was closed. Wow.
Well, more than $9.8 million is how much the Department of the Navy has awarded to Hawaiian Rock Products to repair the Northwest Field North Runway landing zone up at Anderson Air Force Base. That announcement came from Congressman Madeline Burdau's office today, with officials saying repairs are necessary to provide a reliable surface necessary to support large military aircraft like C-17s. The funding was authorized through the NDAA, with repairs expected to be completed next summer.
Getting village roads up to speed, island leaders gathered to open Pakaigui Street in Jotnya. Village Mayor Jesse Bloss says its price tag was about $100,000. There are currently 5 families living on this street, including John Moffness, who has waited more than 12 years to see his road paved. The mayor is pleased that even with budget shortfalls, roads remain a priority.
But we understand the government's shortfalls. In terms of, we can't expect every road to be fixed in an instant. It's going to take time, it's going to take resources, and that's all understood. But if we continue to go on this pace and pave one road a month, it's better than no roads being paved.
Plans are in the works to build more homes along Pakaigui Street. Mayor Bloss is hopeful other roads in Jotnya and across the island are next on the list to be paved.
Let's take a look at island business news now, as GTA did announce today the appointment of Roland Certeza as its president and chief executive officer. Certeza served as acting president since October, with board chairman Paul Huntsman of primary investor Huntsman Family Services saying Certeza is a results-proven sales and marketing executive and unique in his ability to translate vision and strategy into action. The company says Certeza is the first local Guamanian to hold the top post. He's been with GTA since it went private 13 years ago.
Stay tuned. Sports is coming up next.
Introducing the Alpha Plus app. With the rewards feature, you can earn points and get free rewards. Filing insurance claims gets no easier, as you can receive feedback within 24 hours. Easily check your insurance balance and insurance policy with the My Policy feature. So download the all-new Alpha Plus app on Google Play or the App Store. Alpha Plus, make every day a plus.
know, one of the things I really like about Lewis and Josh as well is that they're really down to earth. They're easy to talk to. They're really big supporters with not only small business, but entrepreneurs, and definitely helping out people with the community. Falls in line with what I believe in terms of my business. So it's a perfect fit to be working and supporting with Lou and Josh. They're always looking for change. My suggestion is, if you have an issue or if you have a concern or problem, I guarantee you they have an open door policy. Approach it to them and see what those issues are, and I'm sure they'll give you a response for what your perception is. I would say anybody can quit. Don't be anybody. My name is Ray Chargoff, and I'm supporting Lou and Josh. I'm in.
This message.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports, brought to you by Triple J. We get the show started tonight with bodybuilding news, as Xavier Regis is one step closer to earning his pro card. Check it out. Xavier Regis came home with the 2018 Central Japan Bodybuilding Federation's USA Japan Friendship Cup for the light heavyweight division. X beat out 8 other competitors for the title. With the win, he earned a ticket to compete for a pro qualifier to be held in Macau in November. Competition in Macau will be tough, as he has a chance to earn that pro card. Competitors from Brazil, Australia, Hong Kong, Korea, and Japan will all be competing for a chance to turn pro.
I definitely do want to put some more size on. My conditioning, I think, was pretty good, thanks to my coach, Kevin Leon Guerrero. But I think if I put a couple more pounds on for my stage weight, I think I'll do pretty well.
With the title under his resume and his confidence level up from all of the positive feedback, Xavier is going back to his strict gym routine and workout regimen. If he stays the course and watches his diet and nutrition, things look good for the upcoming show.
There was actually a lot of comments that I received, lots of good feedback. The positives were that my conditioning was on point. Some of the things that the feedback that I actually took to heart was, you know, some of the fans in attendance wanted to see more, a little bit more size. But other than that, they said that, you know, conditioning was on point, and I looked pretty good. So that's what I'm going with.
Coach Kevin Leon Guerrero laid out the map to success. He followed it. He's motivated by the outcome of last week's show and is already back grinding, hitting the gym harder for November's show.
I like to dedicate this win to my wife and kids, my family back home and in California, my in-laws for always giving me that moral support, the De Leon Guerrero family from Saipan, and also to the late Troy and Toni Morrison. Those two have always believed in me and always pushed me to become a better person every day.
Guam Amateur Baseball Association and Triple J Auto Group will be kickstarting the Triple J Middle School Girls Softball League in September. The league will provide a competitive and safe fast pitch league for middle school students. Schools looking to submit a team need to provide matching uniform tops and caps, coaches, and of course students. Schools will also be looking for interested parents or community softball leaders to coach and help make the program a success. Guam Amateur Baseball will cover the expenses for head coaches to fulfill GDOE requirements for coaching, such as police and court clearance, first aid, CPR, and TB testing. Interested coaches are encouraged to call your school principal directly or Bill Bennett at 649-9663. Guam Amateur Baseball Association is a nonprofit organization with a focus on developing youth baseball and fast-pitch softball on Guam. For more information on how to volunteer or coach in the upcoming Pony Champions Softball, Special Olympics program, or new Middle School Girls Softball League, please contact Bill Bennett at 649-9663. That's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
Every time I travel, there's something from home that I can't leave without.
I take my Docomo Pacific data to go to share my stories in Taiwan, check subway routes in Tokyo, be my food guide in Hong Kong, meet new friends in the Philippines, make updates in the States, find my way around Korea, and check out all the cool shows in Singapore. It's the data I have in all the places I love for only $10 a day. Data to go from Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Summer is here, and at Cars Plus and Mighty, that means big savings during our summer clearance event. Right now, save up to $8,000 on select 2018 Ram 1500 SLT Crew Cab, or save $3,250 on a 2018 Chrysler Pacifica. Voted Family Car of the Year. 1.99 APR financing's available for qualified buyers. Plus, buy today and receive a Cars Plus value card, where you get 21 cents off per gallon at all Shell stations. Don't miss our summer clearance event, going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Visitors make memories on our island. They contribute millions of dollars every year to our community. So what does that mean? Tourism keeps our island's culture alive.
And it strengthens our identity as Chamorro.
Tourism creates opportunities for local businesses to thrive.
The dishes I create feature local ingredients.
These ingredients come from local farms and create local jobs for farmers like us.
For every job we see in tourism,
there are hundreds more we don't see.
From teachers
to babysitters
to engineers.
We all work in the tourism industry.
Our visitor industry benefits everyone. It improves our income and gives back to our community.
Meaning more opportunities for a better Guam.
Tourism works for Guam.
For a limited time, receive a free $500 Kmart gift certificate on selected new vehicles from Triple J Auto Group. Get the car, the savings, and the supplies just in time for school. Top-of-the-class deals like 2018 Mazda 3 Sport for as low as $16,995. Or our big boy truck, the Ford F-150, starting at $298 per paycheck. Or the sporty and stylish 2018 Honda HR-V at only $176 per paycheck. Get pre-approved instantly at triplejguam.com. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. Stop by today and... with Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
Welcome back. The little beauties put in the hard work, and each one recognized during the Little Miss Guam 2018 pageant held at the Sheraton last night. Taking the crown for Little Miss Guam Jr. is Kiana Good. For Little Miss Guam is Bailey Cruz, and Little Miss Preteen is Felicia Salas. Amazing job to all of the beautiful contestants.
Congratulations to them. They are darling. All right, we have got more to do, but how could we neglect tonight's birthday shout-outs? We won't. So here they are. Happy birthday going out tonight to Melissa Lee, who blew out the candles today on this rainy Thursday. Angel Sablan Taitingfong, happy birthday number 76 to my Uncle Angel from your very loving and proud family. Also, happy birthday number 25 to Hillary Jo Marie Akima, Love Riddell, Marissa, Evan Jo Fidel, and Riley Jade Ogo Alforte. Also, happy second birthday to Heavenly Sai Santos Iglesia. This comes from Daddy, Mommy, Grandpa, Grandma, and Auntie Aria. Also, happy birthday number 18 to Tabitha Flores. This comes from Dad, Mom, and the Flores familia, who say, happy birthday, Tabby. Also, happy birthday number 22 to Bradley Michael Joe. To my baby, from your mom, brothers, sisters, girlfriend, and the entire family. And happy birthday to our birthday girl, Carmen Victoria Terlahi, who celebrates a birthday today. Carm, we hope you had a fantastic day, and we hope you enjoyed your surprise that we gave you in the newsroom. See, it all makes sense now, because you were talking about that cake you bought for Carm, and you wound up getting caught in the rain. See, that's what we did. Happy birthday once again.
Cake.
Oh,
Happy
yeah,
birthday,
the guava cake, right?
Yes.
Ooh. You, too, can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. You may also win a cake, speaking of cake. So make sure to go to KUAM.com and register your birthday celebrant, then tell them to tune in, and then smile. It's that easy.
And that's our show. Stay tuned. In the Mix is next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.